Hey everyone, it's me checking in with my first video blog. So, as you guys know, I went vegan as of the beginning of the year. Anytime people hear that, the first thing that they ask is, "What do you eat?" And my response is the same thing I always ate, just without the meat or the dairy. But along with the going vegan, I also cut my hair. Anyone who knows me knows I love my hair, but it was needed. Hair is dead anyways. So I'll try and post a video at least once a week detailing the meals that I've ate for that week. Now, it's amazing everything that you can eat. Like, there's literally a substitute for every type of meal that you can possibly eat. One thing that I did notice is that with being a vegan, you come to enjoy the flavors of your onions, your peppers, your cilantro, like all of your fresh ingredients. Whereas when you are eating regular everyday food, you're having to spruce it up a lot with salt, your peppers, and things like that. So that's one plus of it, right? So let's get started. So what I eat in the morning time. So with my breakfast, I'm pretty plain Jane, and I eat literally the same thing almost every single day. Not because there's no other options, but because I like it. I eat it. The first thing that I'll eat, depending on if I'm really, really hungry, I'll make a tofu scramble. So it's almost like the vegan version of Southwest scramble, I guess. So with the tofu scramble, I get extra firm tofu. It gives you the consistency of eggs, and it's not as mushy as your normal tofu. So extra firm tofu, and then fresh spinach, bell pepper, onions, mushrooms, and you can saute that in a pan with fresh garlic about 2 to 3 minutes, and then put your tofu in there and scramble it just a little bit more, just to give the tofu a warm cooked flavor. And then after that, you can put it together with some Dave's Killer Bread toast, raisin, and that's a full meal. Go ahead and put with your salsa on there, and it's really, really good. Like, you can't tell that you're not eating eggs. There's also some vegan sausage. I think I had maple. It wasn't my zhuzh. It just wasn't for me, so I'd rather just eat the scramble without the faux sausage. Another thing that I also eat is oatmeal. With oatmeal, like, it is so good. I just love anything oatmeal. With my oatmeal, I generally do blueberries, and I will chop up fresh strawberries as well. Some agave nectar is your sugar substitute, and some more Dave's Killer Raisin Bran Toast. And for my drinks, like, I've never loved tea so much. I think it's pronounced Tazo tea. So I have the lemon loaf, and I also have the vanilla French macaron bean flavor. I literally just put hot water in there. You don't have to add anything. It's already pretty sweet itself. But if you need a little sweetness for it, go ahead and add your sugar. So that's my breakfast. And so lunch, I typically eat oatmeal again for lunch because I work in corporate America, and in our cafeteria, they have like your typical vegan options, your salads, but they also have a black bean chipotle burger, but they cook it on the same grill that they cook the chicken on, so don't want to eat that. So I literally just go to Starbucks and get a blueberry oatmeal and a refresher. I say berry refresher. Dinner, the fun stuff. I'm a huge fan of soup, especially from Olive Garden, the Zuppa Toscani. Found a way to make it vegan. So instead of using like your chicken broth or whatever type of broth that Olive Garden uses, I use vegetable stock. and no sausage in there, even though again they have vegan sausage that you can put in there. I just chose to use red chili pepper flakes to give it the spice that I want, but I really eat it for the potatoes and the kale. Oh, and then the substitute, instead of for the heavy cream that you would normally put in there to give it that creamy feel, you can actually use Silk vegan yogurt. Get the plain vanilla, plain one. If you get the vanilla, it's gonna get that sweet taste to it. But if you get the plain Silk vegan yogurt, it's literally the same thing. And it was really, really good. The next thing, Aldi's. Aldi's is going to be your go-to store for all of your vegan finds. Never shopped at Aldi's before. I had this thing about wanting to pay $1/4 for a buggy that I just never gave the store the time of day. But I was looking through the sales paper and I was like, oh, vegan. I'm like, oh, they have a lot of vegan finds in there. So they have, I think it's called Good Foods. If I'm wrong, I'll correct it on another video. But they have this brand of vegan food. So there was this chickenless patty that they had. It was amazing. So I just sauteed it in the skillet for like 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And I have a thing for spice. So I actually tossed it with some Sweet Baby Ray's buffalo sauce and cut up a tomato and put it again on some Dave's Killer Bread, and it was really, really good. And it was so good that I had to keep checking the box to make sure I didn't grab the wrong box and it was really, really chicken, but it really wasn't chicken. I know, it was so good. And then I've also done vegan enchiladas. So with vegan enchiladas, you literally just don't put the chicken in there. So I cooked it with spinach and mushrooms. And then they have vegan mozzarella, which that's probably one thing that I'm going to have to find the perfect brand for it, because the one that I got at Aldi's, it was nasty. I can't even say it right. It was just nasty. It was, I guess it's an acquired taste, basically. But it was all right for what it was, but I just wouldn't buy it again. And then I've done a fajita bowl, because anyone that knows me knows I love Chipotle. But I was able to make my own fajita bowl. I made my own cilantro lime rice, and then no meat. I just used sauteed peppers. I did the yellow, orange, red, and green peppers, and sauteed onions as well. Oh, and I put mushrooms in there just to give it that meaty consistency. But yeah, so far so good. No, my husband didn't convert over. Even though I want him to, he's a meat eater and there's no changing that. But, all good finds. But again, I'm gonna go shopping again at Aldi's sometime this week, and I'll be back with another video to tell you what I found there. And if you have any recipes that you want me to try out or that you tried out, leave it in the comment section. And then I'll also link all of the recipes that I've had or that I've found inspired by any YouTube channels in the link below. I think that's about it. Yeah. See you guys later.